Hi, I'm your host, Terrell Brinson, and thanks for tuning in to our talk show entitled A Voice, where men and women of all ethnic backgrounds come together to share their visions, their dreams, their goals, as well as their entrepreneurial accomplishments. And today, I'm honored to have as my special guest, Mr. Kamal King. Mr. King, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself, Pastor?
Man, look, I'm just absolutely fabulous, man. And
Great.
listen, it is such an honor to have you here because I know that you are an extremely busy young man.
Never too busy for you.
All right.
Never.
Well, we really appreciate you being here. But the purpose of this show is to encourage those, our viewers that have ever dreamed or had visions and goals, and because of the recession or for whatever reason, many of our viewers has given up on their dreams. And what we want to do with this show is bring on people like you who are out there and you're doing great things in the community as well as around the country, to come and encourage them and motivate them by letting them know what you're doing and what you're involved in. Now, I understand that you are an entertainment attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
So what is your professional title and exactly what do you do in your profession?
Well, first of all, Pastor, thank you so much for having me on your show. You know, I
you're
admire
welcome.
you so much, and
God bless you.
And I really appreciate you having me on here. I think it's a wonderful platform to do the Lord's work that you're doing.
Thank you.
But my professional title would be an entertainment attorney.
Yes.
Of course, I've passed the bar and I'm licensed to practice generally any kind of law.
Okay.
But I've taken most of my professional career and focused on entertainment. And what that encompasses is a multitude of things. It changes day by day, and that's why I'm so in love with what I do, because there is no bullet list that I go by every day, or checklist. Everything and every day is totally new.
Yeah.
But it encompasses everything from contract negotiating to trying to shop major or independent record deals for an artist, opening publishing companies for artists, helping to protect artwork. I do a lot of independent author promotion and PR work, as well as some light management, but it would be encapsulated in what our firm does as far as servicing our artists, clients, to basically push their career to the next level.
Yes.
And we kind of call ourselves air traffic control, for lack of better terms. If you can imagine a million planes in the air, which would be contacts that we're trying to bring together to help edify an artist's career, and we kind of air traffic control those different planes in the air for an artist and call down the right things for them, connect the right things, and make sure that anything that they're trying to do as far as their artistic professional career or their musical career goes as seamless as possible.
Well, let me ask, is there just one sect of music that you deal with, or do you deal with like gospel, rap, R&B, all jazz?
Yes, sir. I've been blessed to be able to work with absolutely every genre of music there is. Our firm has been open for about 40 years, so we have had clients all the way from multi-platinum rock clients to blues clients, bluegrass, blues, rap. I mean, just every genre that you can imagine, we interact and come into contact with.
That's awesome, man. Look, well, what other position do you carry to enhance your law practice?
Well, there are a lot of things that I try to do to help enhance and lift the practice up, because what I learned early in this profession and really learned from my father, who is most certainly my idol and mentor, Lee King.
Mr. Lee King.
Yes, sir.
My friend, I know him.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's my best friend, that's my mentor, that's my confidant.
Yes.
And other than the Lord, I definitely thank him and my boss, Mike Frascona, for the position that I'm in today.
Yes.
But just learning from him, I could not stay in an office and think that I could become a well-rounded, comprehensive entertainment attorney by sitting in the office doing contracts and doing paperwork. And it's really, you really have to be a hustler.
Yeah.
And I say that word not with the criminalized definition that it usually have, but by saying that you have to be very shrewd, and you have to be very entrepreneurial, and you have to be creative every day to try to really bolster yourself as an entertainment attorney, and being in a market that we're in, such as Jackson, Mississippi, or Mississippi, where there are so many stereotypes that you have to try to penetrate past.
Yes.
But Mississippi is definitely the birthplace of America's music, and through that, I've been able to do a lot of booking. I have extensive booking experience where I book a lot of acts through gospel acts. I book the Williams Brothers and other.
Not the Williams Brothers?
Oh, they are favorite clients.
Oh, man, those are my boys.
Yes, indeed.
Melvin and Doug, man, Stan, all those guys. Those are great guys.
Gospel legends, and even more than legends, they are innovators.
Yes.
So I book a lot for them, and I also, after I got out of law school, I became in-house road counsel for them. So I go on the road and manage their business affairs on the road, and I also, other than booking with them, I book a lot of urban acts with World Star Agency.
Yeah.
From anywhere from the biggest urban names you can think of, to old school R&B, to DJs, to sitcom casts hosting after parties, just a whole gamut. Also help direct the Williams Brothers. I'm the in-house counsel for their record label, Blackberry Records.
Yes.
And I'm also in-house counsel for Terminal Studios, which is owned by the Williams Brothers, which is a high-end Grammy Award-winning recording studio. So all of those things, I mesh them all together to help lift up the entertainment law practice.
Okay, now these brothers they did something on like the cruise ship. They did something last year. Now, did you have anything to do with that? They did this live recording, and I know they got this one song that they're playing, You.
Yes, sir.
It's called You or something like that.
Yes, yes.
Big song.
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you play a part in getting that done?
Well, I assisted with the entire team.
Okay.
There's a very talented team that assists the Williams Brothers through our firm, Frescona Courtney Entertainment Law Firm.
Okay.
So us with the Williams Brothers were brave enough and creative enough to dream that we don't have to stop church at the casino doors. We brought church to the Hard Rock Casino.
Man, that's awesome, man.
Yes,
exactly.
sir.
When I heard about that, I said, man, now this is really where it's at, because you got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone to go get your message to the people that won't come to where you are.
Yes, sir.
You got to be willing to go there. So I thought that was awesome, man. Okay. So how did you get started pursuing, entertainment law degree? How did you get started? What motivated you to go in that direction?
I would have to say, hands down, my father.
Yeah.
Growing up under him, just as a tyke, he's been a concert promoter for 40 years. And,
yeah, that's right.
And he came out of high school on the road with Joe Tex and James Brown.
You don't know anything about those
guys. Yes, indeed. Now, I've been raised old school. So he came out on the road with them, and ever since a young boy, I've always watched him manage concerts and promote concerts, and just watching him manage and a whole lot of other things just really sparked my interest.
Well, man, I tell you what, you're an awesome brother. But listen, our time is up for this segment, and we're going to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to speak further with Mr. Kamal King. We'll be right back.
Today's guest is attorney Kamal King of Frescona Entertainment Law Firm. For more information, call 601-987-3000 or log on to www.fresconalaw.com or email kking@frescourtlaw.com.
We're back. And I'm here with my special guest, Mr. Kamal King. And man, before we went to break, you were naming off a couple of people from back in the day. Yeah, that your dad was working with, and you mentioned Joe Tex, and that was funny to me because I know you had to be 5 or 6 years old at that time. But your dad influenced you.
Most certainly.
To you know, to go to be an entertainment attorney?
Yes, sir.
He influenced you to just go for it.
Just go for it all the way.
Awesome.
I mean, just being backstage around, you know, stars, it really, I want to say it probably desensitized me to that. You know, I just looked at stars as regular people. So it's insulated me from being, you know, that type of, in that type of world. You know, I love it, but I deal with artists as people. So I just love to watch him and watch him manage artists and watch him do concerts. So I knew that I wanted to be in entertainment, but I also love the law. I love the, you know, the embodiment and the power of the law. And my dad was very proactive in the civil rights movement.
Okay.
And he always was very, very strong in influencing us to understand the law and understand how to make it work for us and how to make it work for yourself personally.
Yes.
So just growing up with a love for both of them, it was just a natural marriage of the two.
Okay, brother, look, being a successful entertainment attorney, what's the biggest challenges that upcoming artists are facing right now as they try to launch their music career?
I would say just putting the right people around them. I find that a lot of artists are very protective of their creativity as well as their business. And a lot of times, unless you really educate yourself in the business of music, you can miss a lot of things and miss a lot of opportunities and leave yourself open to be taken advantage of. So you can be the most creatively blessed person in the world, but if you don't surround yourself with people who know more about the things that you don't know about, to help lift you up and protect you and move you along, a lot of times you never see them on a national scale or even a regional scale because their whole plan has been usurped by someone who has taken advantage of them.
Wow.
So I find that to be probably the biggest challenge, that and learning how to get over the technological curve of the music business today.
Okay, so it's more to it than just being able to sing and write a song.
Yes, sir.
You need to surround yourself with people, like you say, that know more than you do about the business, and then you need to be learning more about the business yourself.
Most certainly, most certainly. No longer can you just be a great artist. We've seen too many tragic stories of people who were just artists. You have to be an artist and a business person. And you really need, whether it be myself or my firm, you really need an entertainment attorney who understands the lay of the land. It's kind of like ship navigation. You can see what's on the radar if you're guiding your ship and if you're about to hit anything or any storms that are in the immediate forecast. But us as attorneys, just by the nature of our experience, know what's under the water and the undercurrents and all of the different plights that you may not be able to see under the water, and we can help usher you along through that.
Okay, so it's vitally important then for an artist to have an entertainment attorney.
Yes, sir.
On his or her side.
And from the beginning, not when you are about on the cusp of success or not when you are successful. A lot of times that's too late.
Okay.
Not necessarily too late, but it's too late to capitalize on everything that you could have.
You could have.
Exactly.
I got you. Wow, man. Well, that's great. That's great. So it's important. So our viewers, in other words, they saw you and heard you say it.
Yes, sir.
That it's vitally important to have an entertainment attorney. So, but he or she need to be an entertainment attorney and not just a regular attorney.
I'm glad you said that. That's a wonderful point, Pastor. It's really important that you do the same way you wouldn't go to a general doctor to operate on your wisdom teeth.
Okay.
It's just more of a specialty, and you find that a lot, that people get an attorney and that attorney tries to do some different things in the entertainment industry, but they don't necessarily understand that sector of law as well as somebody who does it full time. And that's all that I do is full time. I don't generally do many other things in my practice. Is 100% committed to entertainment.
That's awesome. Well, listen, has the music industry changed over the last few years, and if so, how?
That's also another awesome question. It has changed dramatically. The entire business model of the entertainment industry has completely been dismantled. So the brick and mortar, record shops, the independent mom and pop independent shops are absorbed and gone. The big box stores is what they're called, the Walmarts, Circuit City, FYEs, Best Buys. They have soaked up all of that business, and that is really the only serious outlet to get your physical CD material out there at this point. Everything else has gone to the digital world, and if you have been in the industry before all of these changes came about and you could not grow with the industry and evolve with it, you were pushed out of the industry, or you're being pushed out of the industry. And that's why so many young kids and younger people are able to take advantage of the new paradigm now, because it's all technologically driven and they've grown up with the technology infused in their everyday life.
And they're smart.
Very
man,
smart.
I'm talking about can work it, man. I've got a little 3-year-old can go on my phone and show me some stuff.
Download applications to your phone.
That's right. See, and so that's really awesome, man. So you just you just hit the nail on the head. So the music industry has certainly changed.
Yes.
And so if you're not up on the technology end, you're like left behind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Quickly, you will quickly become a dinosaur. Quickly, and you just have to grow with it. But there's hope, because you can always involve somebody in your camp who does understand the social media and the internet and the technological changes that have come along with the industry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's the reason that there have been artists that I've seen like years ago, that I've not seen for a lot of years. And I mean, I know that could be from a number of different reasons, but it very well could be that they didn't have anybody to step up to the technology age that we're in now.
Exactly.
That can keep it going for them.
Exactly. I mean, it's like now, if you don't have a Facebook and Twitter account, you can't be found. I mean, it's like, oh, you're not on Facebook? I thought you were dead.
Wow.
You know, so it's now if you are not digitally exposed and out there in cyberspace and have a presence, you just do not have a fighting chance.
Wow, wow. Man, I want to appreciate you now for all the insight that you've given us. Once again, our time is up for this segment, but we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and conclude with Mr. Kamal King. We'll be right back.
Today's guest is attorney Kamal King of Frescona Entertainment Law Firm. For more information, call 601-987-3000 or log on to www.fresconalaw.com or email kking@frescourtlaw.com.
We're back, and I'm here with my special guest, Mr. Kamal King. And brother, before we concluded our last segment, I was asking you how much have the music industry changed? And has the change been good or bad?
I would say a little or a lot of both. I'll start with the bad. Bad because when file sharing first started, you remember back in the Napster days when the first file sharing first started hitting and CD recordable drives came out where people were copying CDs. I mean, the industry wasn't ready for it, so a lot of revenue was siphoned off through piracy, and the industry had to catch up with the technology. Money was being leaked all over the place, so of course jobs were lost. A lot of downsizing with record labels. A lot of the deals that were given out, the amounts had to be trimmed back. Budgets were way trimmed back. A lot of it just created a complete overhaul. So in that way, it was bad. It cost a lot of jobs, a lot of revenue that would have came to artists that they worked so hard for.
So hard to get,
and used their blessings that the Lord put in their heart. The recovery from it went down a lot. That was the bad part. The good part of it is, with all change comes some positivity.
Yes.
And so it it really opened a door for the youth to come in, the youth who are technologically savvy, and also for the people who had been in it who were able to change with it. They were able to stay with the industry.
Okay, that's
and
great.
On top of that, it forced artists not to rely on just album sales. It forced artists to become entrepreneurs, merchandise, sitcoms, TV opportunities, any type of endorsement opportunities. It forced artists to plays, movies. It just forced them to come out of a box of going in the studio, laying an album down, putting an album out and performing on it. Artists had to become much more enriched in their stage show because the album sales coming off the stage had to supplement what they weren't getting in physical sales because of piracy and file sharing. So in that way, it is forced, and rightfully so, people to become more of an entrepreneur and to have more of a business spirit.
Okay, well, let me ask. Okay, since the piracy and all these different things came up, is it possible now, since we're in this new wave, for an artist to recoup what got lost during that period, or even do better?
Definitely, definitely. I think that as long as you're creative or you have creative people around you, even artists that may have been that came before this era right now, they're able to recreate and redevelop themselves and reemerge and reintroduce themselves to the world and maybe even an audience that would have never seen them using the old model.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean, okay, just like back in the day where you would just like sell a whole CD.
Right.
Now you got what I think like iTunes or whatever that you can go and you can just sell one song off of your CD.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm trying to find out, are we in a position now where artists can make more? If everything is put together properly, can they make more money off of their product than they used to? Or
Definitely, I think so. With the right opportunities, you can, and even though you want to sell your full CD, by selling a song at a $1 or whatever you charge you put on it, at least you have a chance of selling something. Yes. If someone knows that it's only 2 cuts on that album that I really want and there are 12 on it, well, I'm just not going to buy it because all I want are those 2 songs, and they go out and pirate it or copy it instead of buying it. Now they can go out and buy those 2 songs and artists still see revenue. And another thing about the generations, our generation was raised in the younger generations maybe not paying for music. The generation before that was used to paying for all their music.
That's right.
Now this new generation, the younger kids coming up, they're getting back used to paying for music because the industry has put them in a position to buy songs instead of a full album and buy it online, and it goes straight to your cell phone or right to your computer.
Wow. Man, it's so much information, man, and I wish we had more time to talk about it, but before our time is completely gone, I wanted to ask, is it better for an upcoming artist to try to look to get a major record deal or just to, release themselves independently?
Both are fine, but a lot of major record deals have a lot of different intricacies that may not be artist friendly.
Okay.
When you are independent, that's what you are. You are in control of your creative process, how you promote. You are the person in charge. You're the captain from stem to stern.
Okay.
And if you have the right people around you, the right gumption, somewhat of a budget, and the real drive to do it, you can find yourself very, very successful independently without having a machine behind you.
Wow, man, that's awesome. I'm sure somebody is looking right now, somebody's watching and listening and probably have been toiling with that question right there.
Yes, you can do it without them.
Okay.
Yeah, you really can. Now is a better time than any time there's ever been to be out here on your own.
Man, look, there are 2 guys that I've listened to over the years, and one, like I'm just going to say Brother Farrakhan.
Yes.
Now that brother it's a lot of things that he say I disagree with, but one thing that he said that I always agree with, have your own.
Yes.
Man, you can have your own. Don't always look for a handout.
Yes.
And so I appreciate that. And then our president, he's big on entrepreneurship.
Most certainly.
And so that's awesome. And even this, you know, this setting right here, this the fact that you came and shared this information with our viewing audience, you've been a blessing to our audience today. And I thank you so much for coming.
I thank you.
As our time wind up, I want you to take a moment to give our viewing audience contact information, those that's looking for an entertainment attorney.
Yes.
If you will take this moment and give them your information, we'll go from there.
Most certainly, and thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I'm learning every day, so I'm a student of this game, and all that I'm sharing are things that have been bestowed on me.
Yes.
And I just hope to keep learning. But you can contact me. I am an attorney with the Frascona Entertainment Law. My phone number at the law firm is 601-987-3000, and that's 601-987-3000. And my email address is kking, K-K-I-N-G, at frascourtlaw.com, FRASCOURTLAW.com. You can get in contact with me either way.
Yeah. Well, man, that's awesome, man. And look, once again, thanks for coming,
Thank you,
man.
Pastor. I appreciate it.
And you all have got my youngest son, Brandon, over there with you, man. And that brother is excited about being there, man, with you guys and all the stuff that you all are involved in.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you. You all allowing him to come on and be on your team.
Well, I can't say enough about Brandon. Brandon has been an extreme blessing to our company, Blackberry Records, or rather the Williams Brothers company that we represent, and to the studio, and just to my whole existence as an entertainment attorney. He has become just a true asset. So that just goes to show, you know, the genes and the lessons that you've passed down, Pastor.
Well, thanks so much, man, for everything. And I thank you all for tuning in to our show today. It's been great having Mr. King on with me. He shared a lot of valuable information. And we just want to encourage you. If you've ever had a dream, I want you to start dreaming again. Because there's greatness down on the inside of you, and you can absolutely make it. The next time, I want to tell you to have a great day.